Welcome back. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's definitely been a while since the last proper upload. And today, I think I've got an interesting topic, important most of all. Something that all of us could relate to and need to know. Today, I'll try to make a case. I'll try to answer the age long question: why is Warface doing so good? Not in terms of the player base, not in terms of how they view the game, not in terms of player enjoyment and satisfaction, not in terms of online experience, but from the business side. Why do we still get updates for the game? Why so much work is being put into monthly shop updates? Every time, new shotgun, new fucking armor. And I think I might have found the reason. I'll try to explain, shed some light. So, the short answer is that if we strip Warface of all the bells and whistles, of everything, it's nothing but an invasive malware that also doubles as a money scam. And hear me out. That might be strong, but I think I'll make a case here. So, I did something I promise none of you ever did. I went on the Warface website and I read through privacy policy and the terms of service. Everything. So, let's look at the privacy policy. Anywhere there is an exchange of services, there is also an exchange of information. So, that makes absolute sense. What they say here is that they will improve, develop, implement new features of their services, being Warface in this case. And to achieve these objectives, they claim, they will collect, store, aggregate, organize, extract, compare, use, supplement your data. But they put it all under one big umbrella and call it processing. Let's look further and see what kind of data they process. Besides your credential you use to create an account in Warface and log in, they also collect your IP address, time of registration in the service, device ID, country, language settings, device model and operating system used, system information and memory usage data, your installed apps, type of browser, your internet provider and or phone network operator, network type, screen resolution, and RAM size. So they justify all this data they collect by their legitimate interests. And what does that include? Their legitimate interest means they're maintaining and administering a service, providing their service to you, improving the service, blah blah blah. Service they provide is Warface. What is Warface but a pay-to-win machine? It's such a obvious money grab. No one enjoys playing Warface. I've read through Steam reviews today, and that's a whole another topic I'll have to cover. But let's keep going a little bit further down this privacy policy. So let's see. We collected the following categories of personal information in the last 12 months: identifiers, contact information, demographic information, payment information, commercial information about your purchases, internet and other electronic network activity information, and third parties. That's a lot of stuff you have to give them to play Warface, I'm just saying. Next, as the term is defined by the CCPA, we sold, and CCPA defines sold as an exchange, either for money or other benefit, we sold the following categories of personal information in the last 12 months: IP addresses, identifiers, contact information, internet and electronic network activity information, including information about your web browsing and app usage. So, You can see how that's an easily slippery slope. And the huge red flag in this is your browser history. Since MyCom Game Center runs along your web browser, it can collect and transmit information such as your search queries, web forms, passwords, names, and messages, track websites, and do all of this without you even knowing. It's been notorious for being hard to delete, almost impossible, causing significant slowdowns in browser performance, causing huge red flags on your antivirus, on your firewall, and every tech site I visit marks it on a scale of 1 to 5 as 3, being an invasive program. So, to answer the question I posed in the beginning, why is Warface doing good in the eyes of MyCom, in the eyes of these third-party advertisers? Not in the eyes of players, because as you can see from this, MyCom does not give a fuck about what players want. They do not give a fuck about gameplay, about fixing slides, about teleports, about improvements, about glitches. They do not. All that matters to them is that huge audience of players are treated like cows. They will buy the first thing that is tossed at them in this game. Pay to win. They'll buy the first thing. It is a trend. All the old guns go out of style. All the new stuff is stronger, better, makes you carry. And every player will buy it. And that's all they care about. You give them all this information. Your browser history. Your browser history has your banking site on it. You give all this information in exchange for a service. And what service do you get? You get Warface. You get a money scam, pay to win money scam. Do you really want to sacrifice all this data, compromise your privacy, have this data shared through all of the advertising sites, all the third party, and those then share it within themselves, just to be money scammed by MyCom? You also sacrifice your privacy. That's it. Peace.